What is good, YouTube? It is Mandolina, and we are here today with the Blade versus Buffy death battle. This just came out. I'm decently excited for this. I enjoy both Blade and Buffy. I haven't watched Buffy in full or anything like that, but I do know of Buffy. That kind of era of TV, like Smallville, Heroes. If you know about Heroes, Buffy. That was my stuff back then, man. And then, I definitely had a place in my heart for those, like in nostalgia and stuff. So, Buffy, pretty good stuff. Blade, it's a freaking Blade, man. Wesley Snipes, great Blade movie. I don't know if you guys played Midnight Suns, really underrated Marvel game, really good. Blade's good in there. Marvel Rivals came back with Blade. Blade's kill. He's been making a comeback recently in a lot of Marvel stuff. So. We know Blade, we know Buffy. I'm ready to get into it. I enjoy them both a lot. And we got a live action death battle. It's been a long time since they did that. The last one of these I remember being live action was Red Hood. No, was it Red Hood? It was Jason. I think it was Nightwing or someone. It was Red Hood or Nightwing fighting someone. That was a live action death battle. And that was so long ago I don't even remember it. But man, I'm ready to dive right in, so we're not really going to speak on much more. If you're new to the channel, you like what you're watching today, please sure to like on the video, comment, and subscribe for more content. Ring that bell notification. Otherwise, we're diving straight into this. Blade and Buffy. Let's get it.
Blade
Buffy gets crazy. Buffy gets crazy, by the way.
Vampire Slayer.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's get it.
They are known by many names.
Hellsing.
Revenant, Vortala, Nosferatu.
Yep.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day. Blade.
Is that really his costume?
Hey, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Doesn't file his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel,
vampires
exist.
Yep.
Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Even
Facts.
birth was hardcore.
100.
Just as the young Eric Brooks' mother was in labor, her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
Yep.
And he drank her blood right before she gave birth.
This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire.
The Daywalker.
A Dampier.
Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or sunlight.
Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal Mafari, sharpening
I'm pretty sure he killed his
blade
teacher too.
that would rape the vampire plague for good.
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air.
Yep.
He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts. And his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding.
Okay.
He can heal small wounds immediately
and
sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical
Well, I didn't know that. That's
After
crazy.
studying the ways of Hong
That's
Kong
crazy.
Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist.
Yeah, we know my boy.
Rufus from Street Fighter, School of Kung Fu.
While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's
Mastered
mastered
various,
more.
yeah.
So for the
You
full
guys
scope
usual
of his
with Marvel,
martial
like street
ability,
tiers,
we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
Oh, okay,
By
bet.
looking at Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira,
Okay,
Brazilian
okay.
Jiu-Jitsu,
I'm with it, I'm with it.
kickboxing, Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. Add on Blade's knack for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's Batman.
Yes, sir.
Blade's training progressed smoothly until
Nah, this is crazy.
Mafari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is
that's
real.
crazy
Why
that they
aren't you
don't do
doing
anything about that
this?
at all.
He's right there.
Forced to murk his surrogate dad.
Yeah,
Blade
so
would
yeah,
have
he
to
did kill
wage
him.
his
Yeah, I
war
know
alone.
that.
Nursing a wound within him that would never heal. a hole that could never be filled.
Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the book of movies.
Yep, Midnight Suns, bro. Bro, play that game, bro. That is so fire. Blade is one of the best characters on
so many. There is apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katana.
Acid-etched titanium? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
He's got a sword made out of adamantium.
Specifically, secondary adamantium. A variant of the metal that is mass-producible.
It might not be quite as strong as
that's still
shield,
pretty,
but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally,
that's
Blade
still pretty
has
good.
Even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons. And the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out
I mean,
of his
makes
ass,
sense.
like
More
a Hellfire
mystic.
shotgun that burns your soul, or
Oh,
hypodermic
wow.
needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kind of dumb to turn people into
Oh,
vampires.
heck
but
no,
it
that's
does make
crazy
them more
looking.
vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
Yeah.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession. The breathing gun.
What?
It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets
Are we serious?
chase its victims
Are we
down.
serious?
The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out.
Breathing
They can even
gun?
hurt Hell Lords
A
and
hell?
greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had and fought his one-man.
A Hell Lord? A Hell Lord. That means that's like on the same level, bro. That's like Dormammu, Hela, Mephisto, Belasco. A Hell Lord is crazy. I didn't mean to bump myself that hard. I knocked over my light. That's actually an insane feat.
Or for almost
That's a
100 years.
insane
Battled
feat.
hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy
City,
Harlem.
yeah.
Blades even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
And while he occasionally
That's
allied
crazy.
with teams like
That's
the
crazy.
Avengers, he prefers to work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of,
Vampires, yeah.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness.
Hunger?
A thirst
Yeah.
for blood! Blah!
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a berserker rage,
Oh,
skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage
Oh my
industry
God.
out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Yeah.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm.
What
that
is this
covered all of
card?
Boston
Is this
with a
from?
wave of
Is this
his
a Marvel
hand.
cartoon?
Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampires, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Oh wow.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood,
What?
which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a
What?
wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way
That
inside
is
your body
crazy.
and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style.
That is
You with the
crazy.
Ant-Man.
I mean, Ant-Man
Blade's
can't
hatred
do
of
that, though.
vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself. However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
That's
Even
crazy.
after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to
What?
take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And
That's
proving that
crazy.
Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature
That
pet
look
called
like-
Thing,
that
let
look
Marvel's
crazy.
vampires beware. For should they indulge their unnatural urges,
Blade,
they'll
yep.
be sure to meet their
Yep.
end at the tip of his blade.
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay.
Today's battle is sponsored by
Hey,
Prize Picks.
y'all already know that battle. Get y'all coins. So Blade. Okay. So what do we got? What do we got? So looks like they're doing. I don't know where I want to place them, cause like, bro, the damaging the Hell Lords thing is like nuts, bro. That is a crazy feat. Like, so yeah, we're gonna skip right over to Buffy's that battle. You know, get y'all coins from y'all promos. It's Buffy time. Let's see what they got for it.
$5 line.
Then,
It's
Demons, and there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy and Cyclops.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity.
But she liked
Buffy's
that for
only
real.
goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school. Whoops.
Forcing her and her mom
Insanity.
to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Unfortunately,
Sunnydale,
just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell
bro,
is
those
permanent.
things look
Yeah,
nasty.
sounds
We
like
get
the
all the
Valley,
effects,
alright.
bro.
Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon sister
Dude, we're getting the
Dawn,
whole
and,
cast.
Xander. Buffy and her Scooby Gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters.
And we mean truly never-ending.
Yeah,
Sure, there's the
like
TV
one
show,
every
but
episode.
Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and 128 novels. Tens of thousands of
That's
pages of Buffy
crazy.
lore you've
That's
never heard of.
crazy.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Oh, y'all
Buffy
did
carries a
that,
variety
you know?
of anti-venom
Y'all got that.
weaponry. There's
Y'all got
blood
that.
stakes,
That's
of course,
crazy.
sometimes dipped in Gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though
What?
she's also experienced with axes, swords,
Actually, that's not
burst
that
knives,
crazy for
holy
Buffy.
water, just about
Yeah.
anything.
You said it. When she
Oops,
fought an
dang it,
ancient
laser
demon unable
rifle.
to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
Yep.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing,
She like that for
karate,
real.
Kung Fu, Wushu, Tai Chi, Kendo,
God damn.
and Taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's Kung Fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are
Boy, is that a
to dodge
Terminator?
close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point
That's
blank
crazy.
range.
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air, and smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite
This-
her
this-
black
that's like that,
armor, she can
Superman and
survive
Hulk thing.
massive explosions.
They both
like
did
the one
that.
destroyed Cephalian's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight
dope.
blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body,
Oh, dang.
and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical
Oh.
energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic
Okay,
makes her
hey,
weirdly
no.
resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her
Ugh.
body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time
What?
she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She
Yeah,
might not
that-
show
yeah.
physical scars, but she sure has emotional
Oh,
ones.
yeah, her mom.
And the Slayer put a huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally,
Yeah.
she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced.
I mean,
on
yeah,
a
you
daily
did all this as a
basis.
teenager,
Sure,
bro.
she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That must be one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't
Yep.
fight and who don't fight
Yep.
back.
Made even worse by her having all the
R.I.P.
memories of the other Slayers
Buffy's
bouncing
mom.
around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy
That was a
has
crazy
dreamt of
scene.
every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But
That's
this
crazy.
includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
That is
Buffy
crazy.
sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss. Until
yeah.
her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence!
There we go.
This absolutely crushed Buffy and, ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy.
passed on,
But with
so
the
yeah,
show
I mean-
renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all things Spirit Halloween.
Yep.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course,
Oh,
both
brother.
Buffy and her
So
friends
she's
have
like, they
defeated
just got her-
countless immensely powerful
The Hell
demons
Lord,
like
Belphegor.
Queller
I didn't even know
Which
they
arrived
had
as a
them.
meteor and
That's
caused the
crazy.
Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon,
What?
which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She
Oh,
even faced off
oh,
against
that's-
the
that's-
first
that's
evil,
way-
literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality.
Oh,
itself.
brother.
Forced
Yep.
into
Yep.
battles against stronger and
Yep,
stronger
it's up
baddies,
for Blade.
Buffy clearly needed something to even the
It's
odds.
up for Blade.
Slayer safe.
It's actually a Bardiche,
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and created to defeat ancient
Right,
demons.
right.
The scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything. Ghosts, magic, even space itself,
brother.
destabilizing reality in the process.
Even Silas,
That's
the
crazy.
devourer of worlds, kind of like
Oh.
Galactus, but instead of
Hey,
chomping on
hey.
planets, he eats the multiverse.
He eats the multi-
There goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful
It's
tool
up for
in
Blade.
her
It's up for
arsenal.
Blade. It's
In
up for
effect,
Blade.
attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing.
That's
With the
crazy.
Scythe, Buffy
Strong-
was finally
Yeah.
being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of
Yeah.
Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all
I
over
mean, that's-
her
yeah, that's
stylish
dope,
and
that's
affordable
dope, that's
boots,
dope for sure.
You'll steer clear of Buffy,
The Vampire
Slayer.
So, Buffy's got this.
Hey, as you know, it's
Easy bag for
October.
her. It
You
seems
mean
like
October.
No, stupid, it's the
Yeah, that's
Skeletober
definitely
celebration.
a Buffy win here. I'm sniffing because that's crazy. The Hell Lord thing from Blade is insanity. That may give him an edge just because how crazy that is in the context of Marvel. I feel like, but the Buffy stuff is pretty like just base to base. Not even with that specific weapon, base to base. Buffy is like. Those feats were miles ahead of Blade. Blade stuff was only like maybe if you do the miles stuff like city level, I'll probably put them physically. Buffy stuff is insanity. That is nuts. So, and that's without having that specific weapon at the end that can cut through the dude who can devour the multiverse. So, that's pretty nuts. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this going. See what the combatants have. My money's on Buffy with this one because that's just insanity. Base to base, like speed is kind of similar, but
through all possibilities.
It's time
speed is
for
kind of
a
similar, but
live
otherwise
action
like
death
gear
battle!
and stats, Buffy, but with that specific one breathing gun, that's crazy enough that it could maybe get him the win. This is so dope though that they're doing a live action. Oh, they're peeping the oh, are these all vampires? I like the look, bro. This is actually dope. Oh, these are vampires. Oh, yo. No, this is crazy. This is crazy.
We were kings
Oh, it's Blade.
long before they had a name for kings. But now, starved, hunted, forgotten.
Ooh, nah, this got some aura to it. This some of the best fight build up we had so far in this shit.
Long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were. Tonight, we
Bro,
take
this is some
back
good build up
what
to this.
was always ours. Tonight,
got sauce. Oh, let's get it. Oh, we get active in here. Okay. This is dope. We're getting like a whole club fight scene like it's a movie, bro. Okay. Get him, Buffy. Got it. Yep. Oh, 2 for 1. Okay. Is it going for Blade? Oh, he caught it. Nah, that's dope. That's dope that it. So how did they start fighting each other though? Ooh. Nah, he bodied that. Oh dang. That's efficient. You should have led with that. Could have just rolled that through the door. Oh dang, she got. Okay, this makes sense why this led to this fight.
Wait!
Woo! No, that's clean.
She was just a kid.
Not anymore.
Okay, let's get it. Ooh, okay. Let's get it. No, they got the outfit down perfectly though for him for Blade. Like this is dope. Ooh, hold up. You got some choreography going in this? Ooh.
You want your damn line?
Bro, this is crazy. Nah, bro, they getting that. Like obviously it's not gonna have the big scale of like other fights because it's not animated, but I'm with it. Ooh. What's finna happen? Make a move. Ooh, Blade finna get her. Oh, Blade got it. What's she about to do? What's the move? Ooh, she overpowering, bro.
Amateur hour. There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, the shades? Are those gonna come back into play and keep throwing the shades on the ground? Oh, that's the breathing gun. Yes, it's blocking them though. Oh, they got it, so they come back. Oh. That's dope. They had to come back like that. but she nerfed. Mobility is tanked. Blade has better regeneration.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
Ooh. Not a lot of advantage we get from the usual fights, but I'm with it still. Ooh, he nicking her. Shoot, hey, Blade behind it. This is one for Blade. Oh. That axe, though, that's stronger than that sword. From what they said, that's stronger than that sword. Ooh. Whoa, what move did she hit him with? Oh. Oh, it's up. Oh, it's up. It's up. Damn, got my man Blade, bro. Got my nigga Blade up out of here, bro. Dang. That's it. Once the breathing gun... Hey, they was still boxing, though. But once the breathing gun got taken out, that was it. That...
It's like you got ahead of yourself.
That's crazy. Bro, yeah, once the breathing gun got taken out, yeah, I should have known better. I should have known better.
Surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics than Blade.
Insanity.
Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4
Stats.
categories. First up, stats.
I think she got stats.
Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant
Yeah.
explosions.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles.
Yeah.
A city over 5 times larger.
Right,
you
right.
might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who
City
absorbed a
level.
bomb that could blow up
Yeah.
Harlem. But that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out
That's
London. They could
crazy.
both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
Yeah.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords
Okay, so
are
Buffy
generally
took- or
gonna beat
Blade
out
took it in
crossbows
arsenal.
and morning
Yeah.
stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
That too.
Also,
Yeah.
Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to
That's what I
traditional
said.
vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot
He
for
got
a time.
better
Blade
regeneration.
wins versatility.
But when it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed
No,
opponents.
I'd say
barehanded.
Blade probably
Both
got
of them
that,
were
though.
masters of a similar
Blade's
number
been
of
just
martial
been
arts.
around for
And
way
Blade has
longer.
been kicking vampire
For
ass
way
for
longer,
a century.
yeah.
Way longer than Buffy's
Yeah.
even been alive.
While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer
Oh,
battles
true,
dating back
true,
to the
true,
Stone
yeah.
Age, at least
That's
40
crazy.
times older
Yeah.
than Blade, gives her the superior
I'm not mad at
skill.
it. I'm not mad at
Even
it.
then, they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight
And,
instantly,
yeah, that
regardless
gun
of all
is like
else.
crazy.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite?
Oh,
Check.
I didn't even think about
Resisting
that,
the
dude.
Hellfire
Yeah.
shotgun destroying her soul. Check.
Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding
This-
her from the
so-
inside
wow,
out?
wow, I didn't even
Check.
think of... Yeah,
While
see,
Blade
hard
had no way to
counters.
survive, save Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade
Buffy
did not
still
have
was
anything as
different.
potent as the Slayer sight. It could easily deflect the breathing gun's
Oh,
bullets.
that-
but
that
had
Helllord
use its
stuff is
space-cutting
pretty
ability
crazy.
to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Yeah,
Don't
that
believe
makes
us?
sense.
Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
Wolverine's
that's
beta
true.
adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Yeah.
Oh, and since the scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think you could take down Blade with the big enough
No,
swing.
without a doubt,
Giving
without a doubt.
Buffy the final advantage.
I'm
over
not
the
mad at
Demon.
it. I'm not
Really
mad at it.
thought Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner
I almost
is
thought Blade.
Buffy the
It almost looked
Vampire
like
Slayer.
Blade had that, but like just
Next
that's
time
that's
on
it, bro. That
Death
multiverse thing is crazy. My goats, Clive and Dante, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. My goats.
Subscribe
My
and
goats.
join
My
as a member
goats.
to
My
see more
goats.
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
All right, I'll say it now. Dante's probably gonna win it, but Clive, y'all can't sleep on Clive, bro. Y'all cannot sleep on Clive. In-game Clive is like low multiversal or something. Like him and Ultima and Omega at the end of Final Fantasy. If you haven't played Final Fantasy 16, first and foremost, play Final Fantasy 16. But Clive versus Dante is, it's not. It depends on how you scale Dante. If you just scale Dante to like just the demon world and the human world and just like two universes, then it's close. If you scale Dante higher than that, then it's a stomp in Dante's favor. I will say for sure they'll probably have Dante and Clive's speed is like equal. Stats are, they'll probably get the stats to Dante, but because that's a good fight though. That's a good fight. But I'm gonna say Dante wins it. But personally, both of them, I love them both a lot as characters. Very excited to see how that plays out. But otherwise, just for right now though, just back on Buffy and Blade. That's what I said. When the moment they put out the multiverse slicing axe, or you know that being able to cut off the dude's head, I'm like, yeah, that kind of has the Hell Lord thing had me convinced though for Blade. That's an insane thing, but that's only with that gun. And if her thing can, you know, that's a pretty big, like, that's an impressive thing for Blade. But the multiverse slicing axe is just much more reliable than that, and if Blade gets hit with that, it's just up. So, you know, that really made or break the fight right there. So, very good one though, very unique, especially being that it's a live action death battle. But I enjoyed it. So that'll be all we have for today's video. If y'all like what you watched today, please drop a like on the video, comment, subscribe for more content. Otherwise, this has been the Man Lean. I'll see you in the next one.